When I get older, losing my head.
Tonight's program is entitled The Leathernecks, and I'm continuing a series of shows that I've been doing this year to honor those World War II veterans, particularly in light of the fact that there is now a World War II memorial in Washington, D.C., which is long overdue. Let's meet my guest for tonight's program. His name is Ken Killalay. Ken, thanks for being on the program.
Well, thanks for having me.
Ken is a Leatherneck. Once a Leatherneck, always a Leatherneck. Semper Fi, U.S. Marine. Ken served with the Marine Corps 4th Division in the South Pacific during World War II.
I was very thin. I'm still rather thin. And I didn't think I'd look good in a sailor suit. And I didn't like the Army colors. And I thought I'd look real sharp in Marine Corps blues. And I wanted to be with an outfit that had a lot of pride. And I read the history of the Marine Corps up to that date, and I just wanted to be a Marine. That was all there was to it.
Ken, maybe on this first photograph, you could, for the audience, just tell us a little bit about that picture showing that Marine on the beach.
On the landing, as I say, they met us at the beach. We fought right at the beach, and a lot of us got wounded and killed naturally. And these were men that got out of their Amtraks and were actually crawling up to get a foothold in the first wave.
Yeah.
And you didn't stand up. They were crawling up because the fighting was so fierce.
So fierce.
Yep.
And if you take a look at that picture closely, you can see that soldier is totally soaked. I mean, his uniform is totally soaked in water.
Yeah, well, he jumped over the side and was in the ocean before he hit sand.
Sure. Let's talk a little bit also about Tinian. You said that was the next place that you guys hit.
On Tinian, that was an unusual operation. Well, Tinian, there was Tinian town, and it was all facing the ocean, and they had all the big guns and everything out of the hills facing this beautiful beach. That was the place that you'd have to assault to get on Tinian, and it looked as though it might be a bloodbath there, but our officers and our planners said, well, we're not going to do that. We'll have a feint. We'll make believe we're going to land on that beautiful beach, but we're going to go in the back of Tinian, and it was only 75 yards wide.
Wow.
Can you imagine getting a whole division in there? But their guns were all pointed this way. We snuck in the back door. It was a very simple operation as far as we all got in, everybody got in before they realized the other one was just a fake landing.
Sure.
And they had to turn their guns around to us, but all they had was machine guns, and it was quite a thing. They cut the cane fields down like that with their machine guns. And but we outfoxed them, and Tinian didn't turn out to be a slaughterhouse like they thought it would be if we landed on
that 75-foot wide section.
And then we were able to secure Tinian in 11 days, and so that our big bombers could land on Tinian. And when the big bombers were able to come in, that's when they put the atomic bomb on the airplane that landed, bombed Hiroshima.
That's a photograph of the American flag taken on the top of Mount Surbachi. And maybe you could talk about that, because there's two photographs of flags up there.
Well, what happened when they assaulted Mount Surbachi, there was not heavy resistance, but there was resistance, and they had to fight their way up to the top. And they got up there, they had, Marines always seemed to have a flag with them, because we wanted to capture everything we could for the United States. And they had a small flag, and they put the small flag up, and a commander aboard ship with his field glasses saw it, and he said, I want that flag. I want that flag. So they said that the flag was too small. The rest of the fighting men for morale on the island couldn't see the flag. So they got another flag, a bigger flag, and put it up, and that's when the photo was taken of the 5 men putting the flag up. But this flag was the first flag that went up on the island. And then the rest is history.
Sure is.